As a young man or as a man, we always like, she got to do this, she got to cook, she got to clean, she got to look with a nice hip, she got to have some nice titties, she got to have a nice ass. Like, we always looking for that, but he kind of, instead of pointing the finger, he pulling the thumb and he looking like, what you got? What you bringing to the table?
So long story short, I was sick of doing music videos. I was good at them. They were paying well, but came to the conclusion Divine Intervention Media is no longer doing music videos.
Oh, dang, I was just finna start my rap career, man. What we doing?
But we flipped the switch. We did a rebrand. We rebranded our values, mission, everything. We only work with clients who are trying to make the world a better place.
Okay.
That's it. And that's nonprofits. Okay. That could be a small business. That could be a podcast. If you're making the world a better place, we're working with you.
Okay.
Funny story about that, though.
Uh-oh.
So somebody called me, right? I won't name no names.
But you know who you are.
They were like, hey, I want to keep you as a retainer. You're a great videographer, etc. Right? I'm going to tell you who it was after this. And I was like, okay, what are your values to your business? They snapped. What are you talking about? I'm like, I just need to know your values. You know what I'm saying? I need to know your mission, because we only work with clients who are trying to make the world a better place. And by making the world a better place, it's like, let me give you an example, because some people may have heard that and say, what? Like,
break it down. Let's break it down to them a little bit.
So it's like, say for instance, you're a nonprofit, right? And you're doing these amazing things. You just opened a healthcare center, or you were the reason why, young girls in Africa got to go to school. By creating a video for you, you get to show the world that you're doing that. That helps in multiple ways. Your donors know what they're donating to. Unlike, I'm not gonna say Red Cross, but like, you don't always know that 50 cents you're donating to McDonald's Playhouse is actually going to McDonald's Playhouse. Unless you see the video or the proof of doing, as we call it, of it happening. So when I create that video, it's continuously helping people.
Okay.
Like, it's helping people get more help, get more, resources, and at the same time, it's keeping a nonprofit afloat to keep helping. Like, it's
kind of like a cycle. It's exactly, that's, you took the words right out of my mouth. It is a cycle, and a great cycle at that, because it's, in most cases, not all, but in most cases, it is actually helping people, and it's actually changing people's lives. Little do you know. Okay, so now let's switch gears, man. We didn't learn about the entrepreneur, man. Let's switch gears, man. I want to learn. I want to see. I want to know if it's a woman in your life, man. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, we ain't going. That's his personal business, But I really do want to know. So, if you were single right now, or if you're single, what would you look for in a woman? Because these days, man, like, I feel like a lot of people, they only look at what the woman got. Say if she has big breasts, big titties, I'm sorry, we're gonna keep it a little R-rated for now. But if you're a kid watching this, just close your eye, turn off, just turn it off right now. But anyway, so some guys, they like breasts on women, they like titties, or some guys, they like asses, and they like a woman who nice at the waist. Like, what do you feel like in this day and age is missing from men, and sometimes women too? Because social media has everybody's brains messed up, and everybody wanting to kind of use a filter, use makeup. I'm seeing now, men are literally breaking, I don't know what kind of bone, what bone, it's the hips or whatever. They're breaking, yes, to get taller. Yes. And then some even penis enlarger. It's a whole bunch of mess going out here. You got, it's a lot of extraness going on out here, and people changing themselves. How do you feel about that, and what do you look for specifically in a woman?
Well, look,
loaded question.
It's a loaded question, but let me backpedal on that a little bit. Do you ever ask yourself, and this for all the men, are you providing what a woman looks for too? You get what I'm saying? Like, it was funny. The pastor the other day he had some of his teenage boys were over. You know, they were having a play date. I don't know what it's called, and they were like, "Oh, you know, like." So basically the same question. He was like, "Do you provide? Like, do you give the woman what they look for also?" Right?
Okay.
Like, do you have criteria? Can you cook?
Right, because
Do you have a car? Can you
I
drive? You
understand
know what
that.
I'm
So,
saying?
so like as a young man or as a man, we always like she got to do this. She got to cook. She got to clean. She got to look with a nice hip. She got to have some nice titties. She got to have a nice ass. Like we always looking for that. But he kind of instead of pointing the finger, he pulling the thumb and he looking like, what you got? What you bringing to the table?
Like what you
What kind
really
of what's
got?
your
You know what
career?
I'm
What
saying?
do you own your house? Are you living in your mama basement? Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
So that's a man. Hey, and a lot of people, man, like. You have to at least brings value to a relationship in some kind of way
In
as a
some
man,
kind of way.
and whether it's your spirit, your attitude, whether it's not your pockets, but you can bring those two though. If you like that, hey, it ain't gonna buy you love, but it'll buy you some things. All right, but that was a disclaimer that I don't think that, ladies. I don't. All right, but anyway, so it's a lot of different things that men, us as men, if you are a man, you don't have to pay for everything. You don't have to, you know, open doors, but that's the thing you should want to do as a man.
Yeah.
And those are the things
Chivalry.
you want to bring to the table.
We're at a point in time where like we should be bringing chivalry back only because
what is chivalry? You got to break it down for my.
you
That's a big word for
open
some
the
people.
door, you pull out the chair when she gets out the car, and then you walk on the side of the road where the car can jump the curb because that's what they used to do in medieval time or whatever.
That's right.
But we're at a time where we should bring that back because they're so used to not having it that surprises them. Beforehand, it was like everybody doing that.
What's the word again for all my
chivalry? Chivalry.
Okay. Do y'all understand that, fellas? This is a call to all fellas. Chivalry. We got to bring it back. All right, because I mean, at the end of the day, like you should want to actually do those things for your woman. If she your woman, I can, fellas, I understand. Everybody go through a talking stage. Everybody will learn somebody, but I'm doing this I'm opening the doors for you. I am picking up the bill the first few times out. Later on down the road, you ain't gonna be able to run a pockets forever. You feel me? Hey, y'all say y'all want 50-50. You say you want equality. You say you want 50-50. All right. So the first few times we go out, I'm gonna bless you up. I'm first of all, I'm gonna always open the door for you. I'm gonna always, try to, take out your chair. I'm not too fine, when we go out to dinner. I'm not always grabbing your chair for you, but I'm gonna make it my emphasis because that's the thing. Even the simple things like opening the door, men don't even do that no more. I don't let my woman, if you with me, you don't touch a door around me.
It was so funny the other day. I was at this restaurant, right? I'm walking in, and this dude and this girl walk in first. She was about to open the door. He literally said, "He's like, don't you touch that door." Like, in that I don't know. He said it kind of aggressively. I don't know. Like
I did say it kind of aggressively.
It was like, no, the dude that
did it.
And it was Denny's too. I'm like, come on.
Oh, he did it. Denny's. Nah, but still though. So he looked at it. So she's about to inches away. Yeah. So you
don't touch that.
Hey, I respect. So, how did you feel in that moment when you saw that? Did you feel like good as a man? You like, okay, I see.
I was like, okay. I was like, let me step my game up. Let me step my game up. But I didn't mean to backpedal on your question.
Nah,
what do I look for?
Yeah. See, he thought he was slick.
I look for a woman who has a plan, who's financially responsible, who has bigger goals than just going out to the club every night.
Ooh, ladies, you're listening.
Look, and one that has empathy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I walk, for example, walk in the house, I'm tired, I'm rubbing my head, and you just, on TikTok, you just on Instagram, like, oh, it's like if you're not paying attention to what's going on around, you're not like.
I understand
present.
that.
You're not present, and it's like,
and that's the one thing that you should be all the time is present.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you ain't promised tomorrow. You're really not.
Exactly.
That's why, you know, that's what I told him to convince him to get on. I'm like, hey, we ain't promised tomorrow, bro. You might as well. Hey, tonight you ain't doing that. Hey, you come on through. You came through. But anyway, so ladies, I hope you heard that. So
you gotta be fun too.
okay, you gotta be fun. Come
Done?
on, my
Was it
bad.
done?
He trying to plug himself. Hey, let me be
Because
quiet.
that's the
We got our
thing.
business.
And you gotta know how to cook because I know how to cook. I know how to have fun. I like to be fed. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be the one out here just, you know, and then you next to me like
he letting y'all know.
You know, out here
He
like
like,
a
I can't be the only one
Flintstone,
looking
like,
good. You feel me?
yeah.
He like, you gotta bring something to the table, baby. Hey, I respect that.
Because
Ain't nothing
I
wrong with that.
want a power couple at the end of the day. You know,
Okay.
it's like a 12-volt battery. You need both sides. At the end of the day, you can't just be out
Okay.
here dragging.
I could go on some of the vids. I could go on some of the vids, man. Nah, that's what's up, man. And I respect that. And those are all great values that you should want in a woman or in a wife. Because at the end of the day, like I always tell people, like at this age and where I'm just at in life, I think that's a better saying for it. Where I'm at in life, I'm looking for a wife. Like I'm looking for a woman who wouldn't mind coming home and, you know, cooking for me, who wouldn't mind maybe one day if I can provide enough, you know, to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm looking for, you know, bringing that chivalry back as we discussed, but also like bringing just that family atmosphere. I want to go on vacations with my kids. I want to have them, you know, being able to afford and get whatever they want, but also too, I want to show them discipline. I want to show them, you know, that I care, and I got to have a woman that stands behind me with that. I'm dating to marry. I'm not dating just to date. So for all y'all fellas out there, you gonna come to an age where yeah, you can have any girl, just like any girl can have any man. But eventually, you're gonna have to sit back and be like, hey, I know what I want, and she got to check these boxes. And if she don't check these boxes, then obviously, hey, it's a lot of men and women out here. It's somebody out there for you, just like it's somebody out there for him, me. It's somebody out there for you, right? It just take time to find them, but don't bring your standards down here. Keep that list. If you have a criteria, you know, keep your criteria. Some things are negotiable, so don't be too much of an asshole. You know, some things are negotiable. Don't just shut up. Just because he's short, just because he's 5'6", you don't gotta shut him like that. All right, just because he's 5'6", you ain't gotta do that to him. All right, I know you got a criteria, but he might be really a good guy. Okay, Johnny was always nice to me. He's a cool guy. But nah, seriously though, man, like, you know, it's okay to fine tune your criteria because everybody ain't gonna check all the boxes, but if they check a majority of them, and if it's chemistry there, if y'all vibe, and you know, if they really feel and you really feel like, you know, they that person, just because they don't check every box, you know, don't mean they never going to. People grow, people change.
People do.